welcome to a new vlog series. Today is Monday the 10th of August. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm in the middle of work stuff. We have video trainings. I think we have like 20 different trainings we have to do. So I've been stitching while I've been learning. It's basically just mandated training we have to do every year, so, and a lot of it's repeat information from the previous year, but it's one of those things that we just always have to do. So yesterday, if you watched my last vlog series, even though you probably don't remember, I said that I was going to work on George. I'm in the middle of doing a yearly extra credit on him for magical stitches, and it's a 5,000 stitch task. So I didn't get very far. I only put in like 300 on him yesterday. But what I'm currently doing is stitching him, or trying to finish up the last 2 pages on the first row. So what I did was I stitched him, this is a group project, sort of. Well, I guess it is actually. So it's a group project that we have to complete by, well, we're trying to complete within 5 years. So this is George Washington crossing the Delaware. Real quick. It's George Washington Crossing the Delaware by Emmanuel Lutz. It's going to be ginormous. My piece is 1 out of 112, I think. Yeah. And I have the very edge of the piece, which is all sky. So what I did was I took the most used color and just did that extreme cross country. And then now I'm going in to fill in by page. So it's on 18 count. And it's 18 count 2/1. Everything was donated to us. So if you want to watch everyone's progress, you can join the George Washington, I think it's Stitching George Washington, Facebook group. Or if you want to request a piece, I think there's still some available. So you can go on there and request a piece. We're currently halfway through the project. So we have 2.5 years left. I'm going to try to get them done by early next year, but we'll see. And it is Sullivan's floss, Zweigart fabric, and I forget what kind of needles, but like I said, everything was donated, so they just gave everything to us. I'm not a fan of Sullivan's floss. It, I think, tends to knot more, but once you get in the groove of stitching it, it's not terrible. But I'm like I said, I'm currently trying to finish up those last 2 pages. I just finished one of the colors on it, so I have like 2 more big colors left, and then like 3 or 4 like super small amount of colors, I guess you could say, which is kind of fun because it's my first time using those colors. But anyway, so super big piece. The whole thing is going to be 30 feet by 20 feet or something like that. And it's going to go in a museum, but we're not sure which one yet. But yeah, that's all I have on that piece. So I'm currently stitching it while I'm watching my videos. I have the weekly Magical Stitches homework coming up. So once I get in 1,000 stitches, I currently have 2,000 stitches done in the 5,000 stitch mark. So I'm gonna at least do another 1,000, possibly more. I'll kind of see where the day is at. When I first start doing a page, it's a lot slower because it's a lot more counting, but as I get closer to the end, it should be a lot easier and get done faster. But depending on how that goes, then I will do the weekly homework, which will be done on my Disneyland map piece, which you'll see when I bring it out. But it's definitely going to be George probably for the next day or two, if not a little bit longer. But the weekly homework is due by Sunday, and I have to put in 2,000 stitches on it. So more than likely, once I hit the 1,000 stitch mark on George, I'm going to switch over. But I am happy to say that the Fiberlicious, totally forget what they call these, scroll rod tension clips, they're working really well. I did have to combine 2 of them for one of the sides, but other than that, it's working well. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys. Kind of a long intro. I know I have some new people, and so I want to say welcome, and I hope you guys enjoy. And to all of my current subscribers, welcome back. And I'm thinking about doing a giveaway soon, but it won't be in this video, but keep an eye out for that. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Tuesday the 11th. It's 11 o'clock at night, and I did get off work early-ish. I was still able to stitch all day for the most part, but my videos ended a little early, but I didn't have to make dinner tonight, so I was able to get a little more progress in. And lately I've only been getting in like 300 stitches, like somewhere between 200 and 300. I was able to get 550 done today, so that's really exciting. I prepared a little bit better this time, so here's what those 2 pages is looking like right now. I finished the 334, which is brighter blue, and now I'm working on 160, which is like a grayish blue. And this will fill in most of those empty spots. So I should be able to finish that up tomorrow. And then I'll be able to put in the fun colors, which I should be able to finish those tomorrow too. One of the colors only has 15 stitches in the whole piece, so I might try to do all of them, but we'll see. It's really going to depend on where they are in the piece. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you all are having a good day. It's a nice short clip, and I will see you all probably tomorrow. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is Wednesday the 12th. It's almost 11 o'clock at night again. And it's actually a lot easier filming at night because I have a giant window that's in front of me that I can film on, or I should say that I can see myself filming on. I don't have to set up my whole mirror thing that I have. Anyway, I finished the page, which means I finished the whole top row. It took some time, but it was fun getting all of the new colors. So, actually I just looked again. Oops, I have a loop on the back. Although it is a little harder to see in the window. Yeah, it is on that side. To see this part, but yeah, finished that page, got in a few stitches on my new colors, think one of the new colors only had 4 stitches, but that's all right. But it's looking good. I think I have another loop, but I'd actually gotten it out, I'm pretty sure. So I put in 452 stitches today, but I'm feeling really good about it. At this point, I'm probably going to flip it over and start stitching it from the top down, but I might wait another row of pages because I have to reach really far the other way. And I think where it's set now, it's still pretty good. So depending on how tall the page is, I think it'll be easier to keep it the way it is for the time being. But the next pages should go faster because I already stitched into those pages. So from here on out, it should go a little bit quicker, I think, because I don't have those like as much to do, if that makes sense. So starting tomorrow, I am going to put Disneyland map back on the frame, so you guys will see that again. And it's, like I said, it's already Wednesday, so I only have 4 days to do 2,000 stitches, but I get more stitching in on those than I do, or on that piece than I do George, just because of the way it's set up. So I think I have most of tomorrow to stitch. I'm not quite sure. Sorry, I keep touching my face. I think my allergies are kicking in again. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys for today. We'll see Disneyland tomorrow, and I will see you all when I get some progress in. Take care. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Saturday the 15th. 6:30. Which is later than I thought it was, but I got a lot of good progress in today. I think I haven't come to you guys in, I think this is my 3rd day. And I've been working on, trying to get my needle to stick, Disneyland map for the last 3 days. And I got one task done, which is stitch on something with bricks. And I got another one done, well, working on the other one, which is stitch on something with a train or a boat or other forms of transportation. But I'm happy with my progress so far. So the last 2 days I did about 500 stitches each day. And then today I've already got in 650. So I finished off all of the Jungle Cruise, and I'm currently working over here on this hill, which is the Mickey Mouse head that you see when you first walk in to the parks. And then once I finish up the green that I'm working on now over here, because it's the same green as right here, I'm going to come back and finish up this bridge and then continue up here in the firehouse, which leads up here into, it basically goes up and then ends at the train down here, and then up here the castle starts. So I'm going to work my way over basically to the castle. I'm going to stop at the train, stop at the castle, and work my way back up again. So you'll get the firehouse, then over here you're starting to see a little bit of, oh, what is this? I think the Candy Palace is the other building. And then up here we start to see some Pirates action, which actually this might be Pirates. I think the Candy House is the Candy Palace is a little bit more over here. And then we come back up into the riverboat. So obviously, since I only have about 400 or 350 stitches left, it is not going to get to that point. I might be able to finish the bridge because like underneath the bridge, that's not stitched. Like you get shadows that are in this side, but the middle part actually isn't stitched. And most of this is all one color. So it's been a lot of block stitching, which has not been great, but I really, really love how this looks. And this is a pattern where if you mess up, you really have to frog it. You can't, I mean, a stitch or two won't matter. Like one of these stitches was supposed to be like a light blue, but I accidentally stitched the green because everything else was green, and that's not gonna matter. But like over here, his face has probably 7 or 8 different colors in it. And if you messed up any of those colors, it just wouldn't look right. Even if you did like a surrounding color. And then the elephant is kind of the same deal. So yeah, like I said, it looks really good. The boat has some funky colors in it. Like there's some bright pinks in there. The snake has a pink eye and like purple over here on the side of his thing, on the side of his body, I guess you could say. But those are all needed. So this is when I have to be more careful about stitching. But yeah, like I said, basically in love. And all the fun colors. Like who would have thought that the firehouse would be bright pinks? And that it would still look good. And the firehouse is not symmetrical because there is a clock up here. So it basically like goes up a little bit and then you get the clock. So that's why this is more filled in than over here. But that's my plan. I am ready to be done stitching it for a little while. Like I'll finish my 1,000 stitches that I need to on it, but I'm kind of excited to get back to George. So we haven't gotten next week's homework yet. Hopefully it's just another 1,000 stitches and not 2,000 like this month's or this week's. We are going on Friday to Knott's Berry Farm, so that'll be exciting. We're doing, my cat's staring at me, so that's why I'm distracted, sorry. She's glaring at me. We're going to Knott's Berry Farm. They're not actually open as a park. They are open as a tasting event. So basically what you do is they get free parking. You pay $30 for park admission, but nothing's open except for the food stands. And so each food stand has like a little tasting menu of smaller versions of some of their stuff. And they usually have a boysenberry festival every year, but I think this is kind of in lieu of that. So there's a lot of boysenberry stuff on the menu, like a boysenberry sangria and boysenberry buttered corn. They do have other options, but with the tasting card or with the park admission, it's a tasting card, so you get 5 different options that you can take it around to, and then you can buy extra if you want. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. We are, I think, planning on going at like noon, so that, like, which is when it first opens, so that it doesn't become too crowded, because it's Friday, so we're hoping people are still going to be at work. And we're meeting my sister-in-law there, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys for today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is Sunday the 16th. It is almost 8 o'clock at night, and I have progress to show you. It was kind of a light stitching day. Happens every now and then. But I did finish the 1,000 stitches on the second 1,000 Disneyland map. So you can see I added a lot of grays down here in the bridge. And I ran out of thread literally at the 500 mark, so it's exciting. I still have a little bit of bridge to do right here in that same color, but most of my time today was spent my sister and my cousin are both getting married. So I was helping my sister pick out a wedding dress because she'd gone dress shopping today. And then my cousin already picked hers out, but she sent me a picture of it. So yeah, I have 2 weddings coming up that I'm going to have to stitch stuff for. Because I already gave my other cousin a stitch piece that if you've been with me for a while, you remember it. It was like 800 wide by like 300 or 400 tall. Full cross. Theirs won't be full cross, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm probably gonna use Hade's Story Keep for one because she's getting married in Mexico, and so I think I'm gonna do the new Amy Stewart Tiki Beach Sunset, which is actually, I bought the bigger piece, which is the I forget what that's called. Hold please and I will show you. So I guess just, so the full thing is Tiki Beach Sunset, which I know I showed you guys either in my last video or the one before. But so I bought this one for me. The Story Keep is basically all of this right here. So basically everything to the right of that blue light up there. So it's all that actual sunset part. So I thought that'd be good. And I'm going to intersperse it like I did with my cousin's piece, my other cousin's piece. I'm going to intersperse it with something like some quote or something that shows love. So my first cousin's actually wasn't super, so I'm trying to do something else at the same time to show you the other one. It wasn't super, should have had this up, but I wasn't planning on showing it yet. It wasn't super romancy. I think it was, because it was a beach scene, it was touch the sea and feel the sky, let your soul and spirit fly. I should remember that since it took me so long to stitch it and figure it out. So I'll probably do something similar for my other, and then I put their names and date on the bottom. So I'll do something similar for my other cousin. And then my sister, that's what I'm trying to bring up right now, is, because I had something else loaded. She's getting married in Colorado, which is where she lives and where I grew up. But she is much more of a country girl. So my plan is to, but I needed something that I was interested in stitching as well, because otherwise I wouldn't finish it. They're both getting married in 2022, so I have time. But I'm gonna stitch this in a mini for her, which I thought was country enough, but not crazy. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put a quote in here. This one will be much harder to do, I think, to put the quote in. But luckily with Pattern Keeper, it's a lot easier now because I can just block off the parts. I can basically like mark as already stitched the parts that I want to fill in with the words, if that makes sense. Yeah, so this one would probably have to go along the bottom, I'm thinking, and it would have to be a small quote. But that one's a little bit easier because she is more country-ish. A simple quote, I think, would be more beneficial to her. So, yes, this, oh. No, I don't want to mark them off. I want to open them. So the prompts for this week's homework, I had to think about. The first prompt is actually the easiest, and I haven't decided yet, but it's stitch on something that you wouldn't want stolen, so that's could be really any of my pieces because they all have stuff in them. The second one, so it's basically each task is 500 points. The second one is to stitch on something that is your newest whip. I had to go through and look for this one because I couldn't remember what my newest one was, and I'm pretty sure that it is Country Cottage Needleworks Winter. Which this is an easy one to stitch, so I'll be able to get it in 500, no problem. I'm stitching this one in hand, and it's on a, pretty sure it's a 32 count. And I'm using color and cotton, mostly color and cotton. There's a couple of called for gassed. I think they're both gassed. But this is part of the grab bag of fabrics that I had won at the raffle at, oh yeah, because those were all 32 counts, at Stitch Nanigans last year. Actually, I have more done than I thought. I forgot I did the other part of it. So here is where I'm at on that. Then that tells you how long it's been since I've started something, right? Because it's been a hot minute since I didn't even remember how much I did. Then the two prompts are the only ones we have to do, but there's a bonus prompt this week that will go for, it'll put 500 stitches on one of our big events that we have to do. So for this one, I have decided, so this one is stitch on something, sorry, I had a hair in my mouth, that is either the sun or the sun's rays. And it can't be like, oh, it's a sunny day. It has to clearly show one of the two. So my first thought was George. My problem with that is I'm only 2,000 or 2,500 stitches into a 5,000 stitch prompt. And school starts this week, so 2,500 stitches is not going to happen. So then I looked at my other pieces, and then I saw this one, which is the summer, and it has the sun up there. But that would mean that this would have to be a new start, and it would have to be then my focus, or then that would be my newest start, so then I would have to use that for the other prompt as well. And then I decided to go through all of my full coverage that I've started. And I have probably 10,000 pieces with the moon in them. Like, I can literally think of at least 5 that I'm currently working on that have moon. Sun, not so much. But I decided to go look at my Amy Stewart's, and I came across Once Upon a Fairy Tale, which, if you look down here at the bottom, those right there are sun rays. And I double checked that this would work. I actually hadn't seen these at first. I had only seen this bit up here, which is, it looks like it, but it's kind of fuzzy. And so I had asked if this would work and got an official yes. And then it wasn't until after that I saw these ones down here. So this totally works. It's 500 stitches, but this is 10 stitched, so this will be 1,000. So it's going to be a busy week, and it's the first week of school, so we'll have to see. I have to rip out because this is one of the Heaven and Earths that needed to have the 09 taken out. and replaced, and I did already stitch some of the 09. However, it's only a little bit right around here. So it's only, I think, like 20 or 30 stitches. It's not bad. So this is all I finished. I started stitching on the diagonal, and it's starting to give me page lines. I think you can kind of see right there. So I'm stopping the diagonal, and if you see them back, oh, that's a mess. So ripping out might not be as easy as I thought, but and this is a 28 count, I believe, that I got a long time ago during a store closing. So I have to figure out how I'm going to stitch this. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go with one color and just start cross country. That seems to be what works best for me. So yeah, so I might pull out the 09 and then go in with the rest, or with the next color that's up here, and just start going across. But yeah, so it's exciting. I haven't seen this one in a little while. And then those are my plans for this week, is to stitch on those 3 things. Well, those 2 things, and then whatever I'm feeling at the moment. My other thought was to go and stitch Museum Shelf, which I've started, but because like you wouldn't want to steal the art. So I might still do that, but I kind of want to stitch on Hocus Pocus as well. So there's a big like pumpkin that I wouldn't want anybody to steal and smash. Like there's a big pumpkin that has carving on it. So I'm kind of feeling that right now, but it'll be a surprise, I guess, what I end up picking, because it'll probably be something totally different that I haven't shown or worked on in a while, because that's usually what I do. So yeah, so those 3 pieces, and that's probably all I'm going to do. I still have a lot of work to do with my actual job, because we have to get parents to sign a lot of paperwork and upload all that paperwork and have them fill out surveys and try to figure out where orders are. So yeah, it's a lot. So I'm hoping I can finish. Because like I said, I do have to double up on the one, so I can't start those until 10 o'clock tonight. I have to post the picture from this week's homework because that is due by 10. And we still haven't eaten dinner, so that's going to be the rest of my night tonight. I might get something else. Excuse me, I keep getting hiccups. I might get something else loaded up on the frame, but I don't think I'm actually going to get to stitching tonight. So that is that. My sister's wedding, I get to wear blue, and I get to wear whatever dress I want, as long as it's long. Long and chiffon is her only thing, so that's cool. I get to go dress shopping. It's kind of exciting. My other cousin, I have since it's not my sister, they all kind of feel like my sisters and cousins at the same time because we all grew up super close, so. My cousin, I'm not sure what her colors are yet or what her plans are, so. But she's one getting married in Mexico, so I'm hoping they're short, because me and son, no bueno. But thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you all probably tomorrow. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is Tuesday the 18th. What time is it? It's almost 3 actually. I thought it was earlier, but we have to leave in a little bit to go drive about an hour to Best Buy to pick up an item for my husband because they don't have it here. And they close at 6, so we gotta leave soon. Anyway, we have to go grocery shopping after too. I did make some pretty good progress, more than I thought I would. So I'm gonna flip you around and show you where I'm at. So I've added, these colors over here only had very short lengths, so I just went ahead and put those in. But instead of getting these lines, you can kind of see, I did go back in and pull out all the 09, which was up here There's a little bit down here, and then most of it was up in this area right here. I replaced that with the 3371 question mark. And so that's what all these dark stitches are. So I think it's only like a couple of those down there. But then I decided to basically just take the thread and follow its natural progression until I reach the end. So over here there was, okay, so I did the 3371, and then I did this purpley color, then I did this blue. And then I started with this dark blue that I have threaded right here and put in a couple of ninja stitches over here, but there was no natural progression, so I cut it, and I'm gonna start back up here. And so this way it'll help get rid of page lines, and I'm basically not even looking at pages, I'm really just following along with what makes the most sense. So this is, believe it or not, 1,000 stitches. So this is the sunlight prompt, which is the bonus, which you're supposed to do last, but I'm gonna do them, all three of them, so it doesn't really matter. I'm actually really feeling this. It's really nice going back into here and getting rid of these threads. I'm just not a parker. If I didn't have the page line or the diagonal lines up here, I would definitely keep going with it, but because I'm getting them, to me, this seems to be the best method that I've used on other projects. So yeah, I'm still really feeling it. So I'm gonna use this for the something that you wouldn't want stolen prompt, which is like really any of the soldiers wouldn't want to lose their swords. And I don't think it has to be personal to you. At least I'm hoping not. I might have to double check that, but yeah, so my goal is just to continue on with this dark blue and just 3750 and try to finish off more threads. So that's all I have for you guys, and I will see you all later. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Thursday. Is it really? Jeez. Thursday the 20th. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, and I finished my 2,000 stitches on Once Upon a Time, or a fairy tale bookshelf, or whatever you want to call it. Once Upon a Fairy Tale, I think that's the official one. So this is Amy Stewart. This is, I'm pretty sure it's a 28 count, 2/110 stitch. So you can see I got a lot in there, and I'm slowly starting to whittle down those parked threads. But I'm much happier with how I'm doing it now. I've tried parking several times, and this time it wasn't even the parking that was bugging me, it was just the lines, the diagonals. But that is exciting. So now I get to work on the Country Cottage Needleworks Winter. Thought about skipping and starting autumn, but that's all right. And I'll have to see where I'm going to go next. I think I'm going to continue with the vines and go up into the trees. And then I'll probably go back down and finish those leaves, because I think everything else down there is done. But it's only 500 stitches, so that shouldn't take me long. I'm doing it in hand. And it's 32 count over 2. Full cross. Nope, not that one. I like set aside all the fabric for my projects, even if they're not started yet. So that's the fabric that kind of matched this one that I had set aside for the other one. I know I showed this to you guys already, but so this is where I'll be starting today, is to finish up that vine. And then the bottom is done. Oh no, I need to put in the white on the bottom, but I think I ran out. So I need to do the white and then that other pot. So basically I'm just gonna be working here on this bottom portion still. But we'll see where I get to. I did decide at work, because I'm a charter school, we end up letting our families order curriculum through, there's a bunch of different websites you can do it through, but because it's the beginning of the school year, we're far behind on orders. So they wanted some more technologically savvy people. They asked us to approve some orders and actually place some orders. So we finally got access to that like last night. So I'm gonna be spending a good portion of my day working on that. I still don't know if I'm getting paid extra. I'm hoping I am, but and then tomorrow we have our Knott's Berry Farm thing we're doing, but I can stitch this in the car because it's on a big enough fabric that it shouldn't give me any issues. It's not super far away, but so we'll see where I end up getting to. The orders, we literally have thousands, so it's just whenever I feel like stopping. And I might work on it kind of in between a little bit as well when I need a break. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys for today, and hopefully I can get started on that and I will have some progress to show you tomorrow. I'll see you then. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is Friday the 21st. What time is it? It's almost 7, and it's gonna be a super quick clip. We just got back from the Knott's Berry Farm Food Festival, and it was good. It was a lot of food, and had a couple of drinks. Simply because there was too much food to use all of our things for. So I made a little bit of progress. I only got in 321 stitches because so finished up down here, finished back up here, did this, and finished up the white, and finished up that strand of white up here, which I didn't carry that all the way. I did start that new. I was pretty sure I had to double check. And the reason I didn't get as many stitches in as I thought is because, so last time you saw it, I had finished up like basically this halfway point, and I had to frog and restitch this like 4 times. Maybe it was only 3, but yeah, I think I was okay up until this point, but I got off somewhere in between here. And so then, like, I had gone up, I had stitched all of it all the way around. I'd gotten up to here and realized that it was too low by 2 stitches. So that's when I realized the mistake was down here. So I had to frog all of this, restitched it, but then it wasn't matching up. And then I realized that because of this, this was too far to the right, I think. Because like I had fixed it up here, I had added the 2 stitches up so that this was all right, and then shortened it 2 stitches here to add on this bit down here. But then it ended up being 1 stitch too far to the left. So I basically had to refrog all of it and then put it all back in again. And it wouldn't have been a big deal if this one wasn't the same. Like if I had stitched this one first and it was off, I would have just stitched this one the same way so that they matched. But since it was the second one, it was a pain. So yeah. But it's cute. So I have to put in another 178 stitches. Math. Sorry. Thought I saw something. So I'm just going to continue on with this color. It is parked here because it comes down into another set of, or another tree. And then it like forms a little V down here in the snow and then starts to come up into the house. And then do the same thing on the other side, but I'll just follow this thread until I'm pretty much done with it. And then probably start the snow again. This one is mostly color and cotton. There's a couple of, I think they're gassed, that were called for, which is the brown that I'm working on now, which is cocoa. Maybe it's Weeks Dye Works. But then the white, the blue, the green, I traded out. I didn't have a color already in this terracotta color, so I just left that as the DMC, which is $4.35. And then there's one more DMC that I have, but I don't remember which one it is because I have all of them written down. But I'm excited to get to the house because I get to use color and cotton Northern Lights, which is what I picked for that one, so that should be really pretty. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's 3371. I think that's the one I have to do. I don't have a dark enough brown in my color and cotton stash. So that's the one that I'm going to use DMC for as well. But everything else, and I'm going to do the same thing with all the other patterns as well. I'll try to use as much color and cotton as possible. So yeah, hopefully I can finish that up tonight. Like I said, we literally pretty much just got back. I didn't actually stitch in the car. This is all stuff I did last night, but I'm tired and I'm hot. It was like 90 degrees. So yeah, that plus the mask wearing has worn me out. I haven't been out of the house in a long time and I'm pretty sensitive to sunlight and heat. So I'm gonna go shower off all of my sunblock and my makeup and hopefully stitch some more, but waiting for my Advil to kick in and hopefully get a little bit of this headache gone. But we'll see if I can finish that up tonight. It's already Friday, so tomorrow, I mean, obviously I'll finish this if it's not done tonight, but tomorrow I will probably move on to George and try to get another 500 to 1,000 in there. And then the new homework comes out. Usually it gets posted tomorrow. I'm hoping there's no bonus stitches in it because I really need to get caught up with stuff. But yeah, I think my plan is just to work on George once my weekly homeworks are out of the way, get that 5,000 finished up, and then use him to catch up on all of the team events, which I think I'm behind on 3 on, one of which is 5,000, another one is 1,500, and then another one is, I think, 800, something like that. So lots of stitching to get in. And the end of the year for me always ends up taking a lot of my time. So I know this weekend we have stuff to do. We're refinancing our house, and so we have some stuff to do before the inspector comes, just make it look pretty. So I'm gonna help my husband with that. And yeah, so we'll see how much I get in. Hopefully it's a lot, but I won't know for sure. But I hope you guys all keep joining me and see where I get to. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Saturday the 22nd. I think it's right around 4 o'clock. I just got off of my Stitchy group Zoom meeting. I wanted to come to you guys before, but I forgot it was Saturday. So I did finish up my 500 stitches last night on this piece that I'm totally blanking out on. On my winter country cottage. Yeah, let's go with country cottage. I lied. I went in and just decided to finish up the brown, so I think this part was already done. I came down and added in the tree, which I messed up like right around here, so I had to frog it again, but luckily it wasn't that much. Then came down here and did the V, came back up, came back down, got the V right here, and then started on the next tree. And right here is where I got my 500 done, so it's coming along. This is the top of the piece, so I have room to frame it or finish it. I'm not sure if I want to frame it yet, but super cute, but easy. So I don't know when this is going to come out again, but hopefully soon. It'd be nice if I could get it done before winter, but I have a bunch of other pieces I need to work on. During my Zoom meeting, I worked on George, but there's not really enough to actually show because I only put in like 100 stitches so far. So I put in, I think, almost 200, but I'll show it to you later when I get more in, probably tomorrow night. Once I get a feel for what the new homework is going to be and how that's going to fit in. I have some stuff I have to do this weekend, like house stuff, so I think I told you guys that yesterday. We haven't started it yet, but I think it was just because I was on my meeting, so we'll probably have to start that soon. But I'll basically just be doing that and working on George when I can, and we'll see how much progress I can get in on him. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Heather the Confetti Stitcher, and today I am going to show you how I put together my hands-on design year of celebrations pieces. So if you've watched my Flosstube, you've seen these before. Well, you've seen the stitched pieces before. And what I did with them is I took a wooden board and permanently attached I believe this is 7, measure it real quick, I don't remember the big part. The whole board is 8 inches and then the black plaid is 7. So I used a piece of foam core and just attached this black and white checkered fabric to it, which I didn't realize my nails matched, but attached with glue, and then attached this to the board with glue. And then these, the months themselves, are held up by magnets. And I'll show you how to make the back look prettier. I didn't particularly care for these ones, but I think they look cute, so. And so then this permanently remains up on my wall, and then I just change out the months as we get to the new ones. And I realized I have everything but the magnets, which are over there, so. Anyway, I'm going to turn you guys around so I can show you how to finish these off. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Tuesday? Is it? Or is it Monday? It's Monday. The 25th. Right? It's 24th. Jesus. Monday the 24th. It is 9 o'clock at night. I haven't actually stitched today. I was really busy at work. Yeah, but I did get another 500 put in on George. So I'm going to flip you around and show you my progress. So I finished all of this lighter blue color, which is 334. And I'm starting in, I just got the bottom done, or the first row done on, or 2 rows I think, with the next color, which is 169, which is gray. And I'm actually, instead of going by page, I'm kind of going with the flow of the colors. So most of them ended over here, so I'm actually working over 2 full pages with these colors. So I'll probably do the same thing right in here and right there, but then the rest of it's all one big line. So, but I might kind of take that, see how that kind of sweeps up. That might affect how I stitch the end of it, but for right now, we're just focusing on these 2 pages. And the 169 is almost all of the rest of that. There's a few spaces in there that are 2 other colors, I think, but for right now, that's the bulk of it. So that's all I have for you guys for this week. I think I'm 3,500 stitches or so done with George. This week will be 5 new homework prompts, and so I should have quite a few pieces coming out to get some more variety in there. I can use George for the last one, but I don't know if I'm going to be finished in time. Like I said, really busy week this week, so we'll see how much stitching I actually get done. But I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog series off here. Start off with a fresh new week, and I will see you all next time. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for liking and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below, and I will answer them or just respond when I'm able. I'm not making any promises, but I'll at least heart everybody's comments because you guys know I'm kind of bad at that. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys all in the next week or 2.